I hate teeth. Anything to do with teeth, I'm disgusted. It's like pulling teeth for me to try to read this book. That was a journey for sure. And she actually recognizes him because she's had dreams about him. Which at first I was like, but then I was like, it's kind of cute. Like, I'm loving every second of reading this book. Every time I pick it up, I'm having a great time. Okay. Oh, I sound so grumpy. I'm not. Well, like I am because I'm in the worst book slump of my life. We gotta fix it. What better way is there to get out of a book slump than to read new releases, anticipated new releases? So we have Reckless, which I'm very, very excited to read. Also scared to read, but excited. I think I'll leave this to the end though, because I'm crazy and I just feel like that makes sense to read my most anticipated one at the end. Then we have Leather and Lark, which is the second book in the Butcher and Blackbird series. I just realized 2 of these books are in a series, but don't worry, I won't be doing spoilers. It'll be a spoiler-free reading vlog. It just happens to be that 2 of these are in a series. So yeah, this one is about Leather and Lark. And that's all I know, and I'm excited to continue this. Then I want to read Tangled Up in You, which is the most recent Christina Lauren book. I really love Christina Lauren, I'm noticing, and I just recently read The Soulmate Equation by them. I want to read another book by them, so I'm super excited to read this one, and it's a Tangled retelling, which I love Rapunzel, I love Tangled, so I'm very excited to read this. And I don't know which one I should start with, honestly. I know it's not going to be Reckless, like I just said. I'm going to leave that till the end. So maybe Leather and Lark, and then a nice little... Here's the plan. I got it. Leather and Lark, spooky... It's not spooky, I guess. Just like intense, dark, maybe gross, possibly disturbing, and probably going to be good and fast-paced. Then I think I'll go into Tangled Up in You, because it'll be a nice little sweet refresher. Then we'll hit it hard with Reckless. This seems like the perfect recipe to get out of a book slump, so. Oh, of course we gotta get the content and trigger warnings. Wouldn't expect anything less. Ew, I hate teeth. Anything to do with teeth, I'm disgusted. Like, you know when little kids have a loose tooth and they'll like come up to you and be like, look at my loose tooth. Ugh. No. No, that's like one of my biggest things as a nanny / babysitter, whatever. I cannot / dance teacher. No. Do not come up to me and show me your wiggly loose tooth. And I pray when they do have a loose tooth that it doesn't fall out while I'm there, because I'm not equipped for that. I might have ruined pizza and beer, also smoothies. Still not sorry. Okay, last time it was cookies and cream ice cream, this time pizza, seriously? And smoothies? What? Snow globes. Okay. That's always like, it's so concerning and confusing when you read the trigger warnings for the first time, or like content warnings, because that makes no sense. But when you read the book, it eventually all comes together and you're like, oh, there's the second page. I genuinely thought we were done. Nope. There's more. Oh no. Not an injured dog. I don't think I can handle that. Okay. But he's okay, I promise. Good. Can y'all just not fight over the same toy? We have that exact same toy all over the house. Multiple of them. But they insist on only fighting over the same one. Oh my god, the dedication. For those of you who came here after the B&B ice cream and just read the L&L triggers and thought, she's not really serious about the pizza, right? This one's for you. Generally me, so. A playlist with QR codes. Brilliant. But I won't be listening. At least not while reading. I just can't, unfortunately. Like, I can't focus if it has words. So maybe after. But I do like to browse the list. I'm gonna stop talking and read now. Oh my goodness. I'm so upset. I'm so upset because I'm so bored. I'm like maybe 40%, and it's like pulling teeth for me to try to read this book. And that's not good for me while I'm in a book slump. And unfortunately, this one's not helping me at all. I'm so bored and I'm so upset because I love Butcher and Blackbird. And I was like, is it just me? Like, am I the problem? And so I went on Goodreads to see if anyone else was feeling the way I do. And it's like kind of night and day. Like, some people love it. Some people felt like I do. Some people say it's slow and then it gets better. But unfortunately, I can't even make it to 50%. I've been reading this for over a week. It's like literally pulling teeth for me to try to read a chapter a night. And that's never like me. And especially with Butcher and Blackbird, I read it in 2 days. I was like obsessed with it. And I hope that it picks up, but for now I cannot do it. So I'm gonna, it kills me to say this because I was so looking forward to this, but I am gonna DNF it for now. But I'm not totally writing it off. I do have a hold on the audiobook for this on Libby, so hopefully I get that soon. Yeah, like I said, I'm DNFing it for now. I'm done with it. It pains me to say that, but it needs to be done because I am not reading it. And I'm just wasting time and putting myself in a worse book slump each time I open that book. So I think we can move on. I think it's time to move on, and I think what better way to hopefully get out of a book slump than to read about a story that I know and love, but a different modern day retelling of it, right? Oh yeah. Literally iPhone is on the first sentence, so definitely modern day. I love Tangled. I love the movie. She's one of my favorite Disney princesses, so I feel like this has a high chance of being a good book for me, and just kind of reading quick because I know the story and the characters, and I'm excited to see what Christina Lauren does with the story. I'm gonna go start this, and let's just pray that I like it and I can get out of this book slump because, guys, it's bad. I've only been listening to audiobooks, but at least I'm reading something. Okay. And audiobooks are reading. I don't want to get into that because that gets me a little heated, but anyways, moving on. We're gonna go read this. Well, a long time no see. Well, for me. For you guys, it's been like a few seconds, but I have not updated this reading vlog in a while because I've been sick and dealing with health issues and all of that, but finally feeling better a little bit, so I can finally sit down and update you guys. While I was sick, I did end up finishing 2 books that I was supposed to read in this video. I did not vlog it or film any clips. 1, because you don't want to see me in that state, and 2, I just wasn't feeling up to filming. But I'll just talk about the books briefly, and then we'll continue on with this video with some other new releases. By this point, they're not really new anymore, but so I don't know if I'm calling it that or not. We will see. So first, I did finish Leather and Lark. I ended up getting the audiobook and just trudging through the rest of it. Unfortunately, it was literally like pulling teeth for me to finish this audiobook. I really, unfortunately, did not like this book. And it's hard to articulate why. I just was really bored, and I did not like. Okay, so you know how, like, I don't know if you've read Butcher and Blackbird, but if you've read Butcher and Blackbird, that book was like so fast paced, like there's so much happening, and I was so entertained the whole time. This was like the opposite of that. Like, I felt like nothing was going on. There's like one plot point, but it was so dragged out. I was like bored the entire time, and I just did not care for the romance in this book at all. I liked Lark. I didn't really like Lachlan that much. I felt like there's no like big mystery. I mean, there was a little bit of a mystery, but I feel like it wasn't as entertaining and like crazy as Butcher and Blackbird was. So I'll tell you my star rating at the end of the video where I do a little recap of everything, but I'm glad to say this is finally done. I don't think I'll ever come back to it. And then the other new release that I ended up reading while I was sick is Tangled Up in You, which is part of the Meant to Be series, which I didn't know was a thing, but it's like fairy tale retelling. So there's like a Cinderella one. Here they are. But I did not know that was a thing, so I just haven't read any of the other ones, but it's fine. Like, you don't have to read them in order. They're just retellings of stories that already exist, I guess, like fairy tales. So this one was a Tangled retelling. Pretty obvious, I feel like. This one was really cute. I thought, like, the main character, Ren is her name, she was really cute and bubbly and just, like, exactly how you would think Rapunzel is in the real world. And I thought how they did the whole book and premise was interesting because it's obviously, like, a modern retelling, so they're not going to be, like, Rapunzel's not going to be in the middle of the woods in a tower. Like, I guess they could have been, but she's just, like, living on a remote farm and kind of cut off from the rest of society and the everyday world. Like, and there's no internet, she doesn't have a phone, like all that stuff. And then she ends up going to college and she experiences the real world, and then she ends up meeting this guy, Fitz. Yeah, Fitz. And they end up agreeing kind of to go to Tennessee together over spring break because she wants to go to Georgia to meet someone. Yeah, they go on this like journey together, which is similar to Rapunzel as well. And they did have the, should I say that? They did do like a retelling of the, but I feel like they did a good job making it modern. It was just, when you take that story and you put it in a modern world, some of it's going to be cringy, and that's just how it was for me. But it was really cute, and it was like a quick, easy read. So I do recommend you trying it out, especially if you love Tangled. I love Tangled so much that I thought this was like cute. And now for my next new release I'm gonna read in this video, which by this point again isn't really that new, but I still haven't read it, is gonna be Reckless. This actually came out a while ago, like in July, so I'm so excited to read this. I hope it hits, like, if not the same, at least just good like Powerless did. Like, that book got me out of reading stuff, so if this could get me out of reading stuff, that'd be great. I really need that right now. And the way Powerless ended and left off, I just like need this book and I need to know, and I'm excited, and I hopefully will just eat it up and read it really quick like I did with Powerless. So I have really high hopes for this, and I hope it doesn't let me down. It's time for a little update. I am 58% into Reckless. I did end up getting it on my Kindle, and I'm loving every second of reading this book. Every time I pick it up, I'm having a great time. I don't want to put it down, but at the same time, I'm not like itching to pick it up. I kind of want to like take my time with it, which is why I am taking my time with it. It's one of those books like I'm enjoying it so much, but I don't need to rush it because I just want it to last. And I'm just loving it. I'm enjoying it. I love the storyline. I love the little snippets we get of Kai and Peyton. It's like what you expect because you know how the first book ends, but it's like so much better than I could ever imagine. Like the tension and just everything. I'm obsessed with this book. Like, it, so much is going on. I'm not bored at all. I'm gonna continue reading this. I can't really say much about the book, obviously, because it is in the series and there's spoilers, but so far so good. Well, I've been avoiding this, and like, not because it's bad, but because the chapter I just read is blissfully perfect. It was chapter 44. Things are about to hit the fan, and I don't want to continue reading it because I just want to live blissfully where I just read and just ended there. I'm scared of what's to come. I don't want to know. I don't know. Like, I know some conflict is about to happen. I just rather not know. I mean, I'm still gonna read it, but I've just been putting it off because, like I said, I just want to live where we're at right now, and I wish we could stay there, but I just know it's not going to happen. If you know, you know. It's like really hard to explain without giving spoilers, but I think I just need to finish it now. I've given it a few days, and I've just not picked it back up. I have 44 minutes left in the book. I'm scared. Like, I don't even know why, because like I don't truly have any theories. Enough distractions. I'm gonna finish this book right now. I'm stressed. Guys, things are happening. It's about to go down. You're kidding. You're joking. You're joking. That's it? Okay, I need the next book. Like, what the heck? That was a journey for sure. Alright, I gotta decompress and think about this. I'll come back later with my thoughts. Okay, I've gathered my thoughts. I've pondered this overnight, and I'm here to tell you my final, well, it's not really my final, but you know what I mean. An update on me finishing this book last night. I felt like we were going like this the whole time during this book, and some people might find that annoying. Even I was kind of getting tired of the back and forth we were getting in this book, but I don't think it was really too annoying. I kind of knew going into it that they were going to be like, most likely, but I do think we had a lot of scenes that were very similar, and a lot of like the repeat scenario over and over again in this book, which like I get it because it's like their internal conflict within themselves, but it's also just a lot of like pretending, but not really pretending, but we're pretending, you know? it just got a little bit tiring, like around the 70% mark, but then it picked up again, and then that was like the only time where I felt like it was kind of dragging. And it's kind of like a stepping stone book into the next book. It sets up the next book, but I do think it's needed. Like, I don't think it was like dragged out too much or like unnecessary. I do like a lot of what happens in this book, and the ending definitely got me. Lauren Roberts does know how to write those very banter heavy, yearning scenes, and I just loved it. Now we can finally move on to the last book. I'm about to start the last book for this video. I'm gonna read Fall I Want. It's like on Kindle Unlimited. I think this came out like early August, so by this point it's been a minute. So I wanted like a fall cozy romance book, and this is looking like it's gonna give exactly that. It's literally part of the Cozy Creek collection. So this just seems like it's gonna be the perfect little quick read right now to end off this video. Hopefully it's good. Cozy Coffee is the coffee shop. That's so cute. I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm like not really wanting to pick up the book, which is unfortunate. I'm at 57%. I think we're just like in a little slow part. Hopefully it'll pick up soon, but I don't know. I'm sad because at the beginning I was really liking it. The vibes were really cute. The small town and just like the fall vibes were there, which is what I wanted. But then we got to like more of the romance, and I'm just like, it's kind of like insta-lovey. Let me explain. I haven't even explained the book to you guys yet. Basically, we're following Autumn, fitting, and Alex. Alex is a billionaire who comes to the Cozy Creek small town because he used to live there with his parents, but his mom died, and then he never went back there. He actually inherited their mansion there, but he's just never gone back. And this fall, September month, he decides he's going to go back because he needs to get away from his personal life. And there he meets Autumn, who is a barista at Cozy Coffee in Cozy Creek. So cute. And they immediately have a spark, and she actually recognizes him because she's had dreams about him. Which at first I was like, but then I was like, it's kind of cute. Like, it's kind of like magical in a way, like her dreams about him. And then his sister kind of does like, what are they called? She's kind of like a psychic, and she can like tell you what's going to happen in your future. So she like predicted that he was going to like meet the love of his life when he went back there. But then later they kind of become friends, and now they are fake dating for each of their benefit. You kind of discover why they need to do it, and then that's kind of where I am. But obviously they're falling in love, and it's just so quick. I just am not absolutely loving it, but it's still cute. Like, the vibes are there. The vibes are here. I just don't care for the romance. I'm kind of skipping some scenes, just reading dialogue. It's also a little bit spicy, so I've been skipping that. But hopefully I'll finish it soon because it's cute. I just wish it was like more of my vibe. But it's also like I didn't do any research before I just picked up this book, so it's like that's on me. But if you like billionaire romances and spice, and you don't care if it's insta-love, you might like this more than me. And it's like, it's cute. It's a cute read. It's just not something I'm gonna like think about and remember forever. I don't know though. I'm not even done. So I'm going to continue it, hopefully finish it soon. I finished Fall I Want. I'm trying to not be rude. I just don't think this book was for me, and I had to skip so many scenes. That's a warning for this. Also, it's very insta-love and so dragged out. Like, the end, there was 2 epilogues, one in each person's perspective. Before that, there were 2 1 week later chapters. Like, ugh, and I just had to like skim them because I was so bored at the end. Like, we had already like did everything we could have done, and then there was more, and it was very dragged out in my opinion. But overall it was cute. It gave the fall vibes. I just wish I liked the romance, but it did make me like want to read a good fall book, so I'm definitely gonna be doing that soon. It is now the end of the video where I discuss my final parting words about the books I read in this video and give you my star rating. So we started off this video with Leather and Lark, which I quickly learned I would have to soft DNF it until I got the audiobook, and then I could go back to it. This book just really disappointed me. Unfortunately, it wasn't what I was expecting, especially compared to Butcher and Blackbird. That book just had so much going on. I was never bored. This book, all I was bored, unfortunately. I think this wasn't as plot heavy as Butcher and Blackbird. This just focused a lot on the romance and like one plot line, which I did not like. I am still like dipping my toes into dark romance and stuff, so I think like if it doesn't have a lot of plot or a lot going on, I'm just not gonna like it. But it's good to know that, and at least I tried. I ended up giving this 2 stars, and the only way I could get through it was because I ended up getting the audiobook. So yeah, unfortunately I did not enjoy this one. But then we moved into Tangled Up in You by Christina Lauren, which was another semi-new release. By this point, we all know it's not that much new anymore, but since it's like a modern day fairy tale, it did feel kind of cringy at times, but it was cute. I liked how they like tied in a lot of main scenes from Tangled, and I liked the changes they had to make it like modern. It was just okay. Like, it was cute. I ended up giving it 3.5 stars. I liked it. I don't know if I'll be continuing this series. Maybe. I don't know. My favorite princesses are Ariel and Rapunzel, so I read the Rapunzel one. Maybe if they have an Ariel one, I'll read that, but I don't know. We'll see, but I still think it's cute. If you like modern day fairy tale retellings, you'll probably like this. Then I read Reckless, which luckily saved my little reading slump I was getting myself into in this video, because it just was so fast-paced, and I loved the world of Powerless and Reckless. Like, being thrown back in there was just what I needed. I do think parts of this was slow, like I said earlier in the video, but I get what like it was doing and what it needed to do in the ending. I need the 3rd book immediately, you know? So I really liked it. I love Kai. I love Peyton. I love their tension, and like their banter is so good. I highlighted so much of this in my Kindle, and I need to go in and annotate the physical copy. I just love the world that's a part of this series, and the writing is very easy and quick for me to read. So I ended up giving this one 4 stars. Then lastly, I finished Fall I Want, which is like a newer Kindle Unlimited release, which is part of the Cozy Creek series or collection, which I don't think I'll be continuing. I don't know, like I also don't like Christmas books. Like, I just hate the cringy Christmas books. I can never get into them. This one, I was so into it at the beginning. Like, I loved the fall vibes. I was like, oh, maybe I'm just a fall book girly instead of like a Christmas book girly. But then we got to the romance, and I just stopped really liking it. But I think it's just because of like the tropes that were in this one. I think if I read a different fall romance, I would like it better. So I still want to do that. So let me know if you have any good fall romance recommendations, or just books really like that give fall vibes, because I love the vibes of this. I just did not care for the romance as much. I was a little bit bummed out about it, and then the end was so long, like I said, so I was literally like skimming the epilogues. Yeah, I ended up giving this one 3 stars. It was cute, it did what it needed to do, but wasn't obsessed with it. Okay, that's gonna be it for today's video of reading new releases. I know it's been a little bit since they've been released, but maybe it gave you guys time to catch up and read them as well, or maybe this video inspired you to read them. Let me know. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you really soon in my next video.